What's up everyone, Darcblade returning with the Gun Guide series. This series is going to be focusing on the pistols of the game. I've been requested to do it for a while now, and I finally got round to doing it. So here's the Para 9. A great little weapon, and pretty much an all-rounder. You get this straight away from the start of the multiplayer, so there's no unlocking needed to get this gun. The stats, as you see, are pretty alright, pretty even. Not bad. The only downside you can see here with the stats is its clip size, but this can be amended with mods or the treasure weapons. Now before I get into the meat of the guide, I want to tell you that I will be marking the pistols against the other weapons I've already covered. So that's the long guns and the power weapons. This probably means that the pistols won't be getting the highest ratings, but don't take that as a bad thing because the pistols are still good. So, the Para 9 carries a total of 15 bullets in the clip, whilst you can carry a total of 75 bullets overall. There are 3 variants in the game at the moment of the Para 9 as well. I know there are various other variants that you can get at events like packs and that, but I'm just going to talk about the ones that are actually in the game and available to everyone else. That is the Jade Para 9, which is available through leveling up rather than treasures. And there are 2 treasure versions of the Para 9. Drake's Para 9, which is my personal favourite Para 9, and Marlowe's Para 9. I personally like to use Drake's the best, like I said it's my favourite. That is because I also sometimes use Drake's AK, as well as Drake's skin as my default hero skin. Combine all 3 and you get the extra booster. I covered that in a previous video if anyone's interested. The third booster, ironically, with this combination is Explosive Buddy, if anyone's interested. I'll leave a link in the description, actually, about this video. Anyway, the Para 9. An overall alright gun. All-rounder, not too good at anything, but not too bad at anything. The pros and cons of the gun. Well, let's start off with the pros. The pros are that it has an incredible rate of fire for a semi-automatic gun. It can be fired as fast as you can pull the trigger, basically. Of course, this has a downside of making the recoil spasm and go wild, out of control sometimes, but with a little bit of self-control you can pull off really accurate shots with this gun. The second biggest pro that the Para 9 has is that it has an incredible blind fire. If you mod this as well, this really complements the gun. Being able to blind fire with this gun against someone in a close quarter situation is really good and can pretty much win against most other guns, apart from maybe some of the guns that specialise at close combat situations like the Cal 7 or the ARM Micro. Now these are the 2 biggest pros that stand out with the Para 9 for me. Everything else seems to be average. But that being said, if the pros aren't that many, then the cons aren't that many. I've pretty much already covered the only biggest con the gun has, and that is that the recoil can be a bit wild, especially if you spam the fire trigger too fast. But to counteract this, as with all the other guns that have high recoil, it's just burst fire. Rather than continuously spamming the fire trigger, just do it a little bit at a time. Anyway, Para 9. This complements any of the longer guns well. There are no long guns that benefit more from the Para 9 than any of the others, as the Para 9, like I've said so much in this video already, is a all-rounder weapon. The Para 9, in doing my research, is supposed to be based on the Walther P99. You can find information on this gun on various websites and that around the internet. Just do a simple search for it. Anyway, let's do a recap on the Para 9, although to be honest it's not going to be much of a recap because the Para 9 is so middle of the road that there isn't too much wrong with it or right with it. I could probably give this gun the title of Jack of all trades, master of none. It's almost like the AK of the pistols. The 2 biggest pros that this gun has got going for it is that it has excellent blind fire and an excellent rate of fire as well, because you can pull the trigger as fast as you want and it will spray them bullets as fast as a machine gun almost. This of course leads to its biggest con, which is its recoil, which can be a little bit uncontrollable. That is why I'm giving the Para 9 a 5 out of 10. Slap bang in the middle. Not too good, not too bad. 5 out of 10 for a pistol is not bad, as pistols are not as powerful as the other guns out there. Anyway, I want to shout out a big thank you to Barca and his fellow MVPs for helping me film this. I hope you enjoyed the video. I've been Darcblade and this has been my guide to the Para 9 in Uncharted 3. Thanks for watching, subscribe and like for more.